Hope you're doing good. In today's video, I'll be talking about how we and including all individuals look at food and what is the right way where we are meant to look and approach food. Alright? Awesome. So this is a video mostly for athletes and to a bit also to normal individuals. Cool? So first of all, we have food as expenditure. So people who actually consider that food is something which goes on to their expenditure category. Now why personally we do have such a mentality is because during our school days and college days, mostly students and kids, they used to rely more on their parents' money. It's highly unlikely that out here in India we'll be working as a part-time employee or something as such. Mostly we depend on our parents so that they could provide in a bit of money. And with the money, there comes a factor of limiting factor basically, where you have to spend in a certain limit so that you don't over exceed or anything as such. Now, so that mentality goes up till once you finish your education. Even once an individual finishes his education and goes down to a work or any kind of a job opportunity or if entrepreneurial journey, whatever it is, that mentality which has been created as food is something which is more driven towards expenditure, that continues with your life. Even if you are working, that goes along the way. And it is important to break the barrier. And this is something which I'll talk in the later part of the video. This is one particular scenario where we do build in mentality as such. And including this, let's come down to athletes. Look, if you want to increase your performance and you want to excel at your sport, there are two major important parts. One is where you improve your performance, that is by performing well, and the other one is recovery. And this occurs not on one specific day, but rather on a day-to-day basis. Every single day, you have to feed yourself up to an optimal level so that you perform at an extreme end. Alright? So first mentality is something where we consider food as an expenditure. Now comes the second part. There are people who don't care on what they place in their body. Now in athletes, there are two major ways of looking at it. The first one is an athlete who is genetically gifted. Alright? So no matter how good or how well you are gifted in terms of your genetics, you will be reaching up to a certain point. And once after that point, your performance will halt down. Now, in order to increase that, you need to have a shift in your mentality, consider food, which will upsource, place you from one certain position to another position, just because you have recovered properly and performed at an optimal level. And the second part is where you are just starting out a sport. Look, no matter if you are an athlete or not even an athlete, if you start a sport, you will be enhancing in it or you will be improving in this particular stream to an extent. Alright, there will be an incline graph. But even after that, there will be a halt. Now, how to break that barrier and go above? That is through nutrition, refueling, and performing again. So these are the two scenarios basically what athletes fall down into, because a normal individual who has such a mentality won't consider food is something important unless and until a certain cause or a certain problem does arise. Let me just explain this with an analogy of Messi and Ronaldo. So these are based on assumptions, so don't take me super seriously, consider these as examples. So normally it's been seen that Messi is someone who is really God gifted. It has been perceived that Messi doesn't follow an incredible fitness journey, neither a specific kind of a diet. Alright, these are assumptions. Now, on the other hand, Ronaldo, extremely fit guy, and he talks more about nutrition. He is more vocal in regarding to it. Does that mean Messi doesn't consume food in an optimal level which will support his body? Absolutely not. Both have to eat at an optimal level so that they perform at the most highest stage in the football leagues. Cool? Now coming down to the final mindset, where athletes and even normal individuals are meant to have. Considering food as an investment is a necessary thing. Now let me explain why. Alright. So as an athlete, you do spend around 10 years. For now, let's guess in the rough age of 10 years. What will you be willing to get from these 10 years? Make medals, make records, be the best at your sport. Alright. Now if you aren't fueling yourself properly, your performance will improve, man. At a point, that's all, it will be halted out. You won't reach an exceeding point. You won't break that barrier and go on to a next point, even if you are very well genetically gifted. Food is something which is required for athlete. Proper fueling their body, depending on the body, is crucial. You need fuel so that you perform on that specific day. You need fuel so that you recover properly. Training is something which you do every single day. And every single day should be properly planned. Every single food should be properly planned. So your body makes the most out of the food which you consume. The second point which I really want to cover is, so just by changing your mentality, the way you look at food, you can lead an optimal life. You can lead a healthy life without going through any certain chronic disease or any health issues in your life. Just by consuming good enough food which works best for your body. So now let me just talk a little bit about our grandparents or ancestors. Look, our ancestors, what they did, they consumed high carbohydrate diet. On the other hand, they also had a very good environment and soil. And they also had intense physical activities such as lifting or working in fields. So let's just compare it on the life which we are leading now. Now, it's mostly driven down towards sedentary lifestyle where our physical load is less and the mental load is on a higher scale. The environment is not that good, neither our soil. So it is important that we have an investment mindset towards food so that we do consume food in a pattern which serves our body. Alright? Not just by consuming high carbohydrate diet, but what really works for your specific body depending on the activity and the condition, environment and the soil which you are living in. Alright? Guess I made a decent enough point today. Hope you stick down to this specific mentality that food is an investment. So it's always advisable, always good to invest in having good food. Already it starts with a simple enough thing, with a change in mentality, the change in the way you think. Alright? Hope you have a good day. Until then, bye and stay athletic.